was a very exciting basketball game. The last 3 times we played them, it's come down to the last shot. And we're fortunate we've won 2 out of those 3. I thought our lineup today was a little bit different. We did not have Matt Cleveland, who's obviously a key contributor for us, so hopefully we'll have him back soon, but the starters did a great job. And then Michael Nowako came in off the bench, did a terrific job in his minutes, and then, one of the key performers was Paul Jobay. You never seen him play because he's not even been in the games, but he's been practicing all season long. He's got a great attitude, a great work ethic, and we, as coaches, you kind of look for guys who can bring energy. And the season is very long, and we tried Paul, and he did a great job. If you look at statistics, he was a plus 13 while he was out there. So that was the highest on our team. So I'm sure his teammates are very happy for him. The coaches are very happy for him, and he's probably a very happy camper tonight. So terrific college basketball game.
From your point of view, Jim, can you take us through the final minute of that game?
Probably not. All I remember.
Norchad's block.
Yeah, well, here's what I remember. We were ahead by 19 with about 10 to go. 16.
19.
I said 19.
Oh yeah, 19 with 10 minutes to go.
And then 16, and then 8. And, they kept plugging away. We had a couple of ill-advised shots that led to some opportunities for them. And then, we ran a play that had worked successfully a couple of times, but we ended up, taking a tough shot, and they had a chance with 10 seconds to go to win the game. And at the timeout, I discussed with the coaches, should we switch the ball screens? And we all agreed probably should, so we don't give them a 3. If they make a 2, well, it goes overtime. If they make a 3, they win. So we switched. Northside switched on to their freshman point guard, Lowe, and deflected the shot on the way up, and Keyshawn was able to secure the ball, and he made his 2 free throws.
Coach, talking about Keyshawn, he was fantastic today, another one of his all-around performances, and as a result of that, there's starting to be a little bit of buzz and, his name in the draft talks. Obviously, you want a guy like him to come back, to play in Coral Gables, but what's your pitch to people, asking about what does Keyshawn George bring to the table?
Well, yes, he's gotten a lot of attention from the NBA almost since the start of the season, because we've had so many NBA scouts come to practices. And the NBA is oftentimes about, what do they call it, the eye, what's that expression?
The eye test. The eye
The eye
test.
test, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He passes.
The guy looks, yeah.
He passes the eye test. He's 6'8", he can shoot from 3, he can handle the ball, he's getting better defensively, he's becoming a better rebounder, and so, there's a good buzz about him. But he's a young man who's going to have opportunities, whether it's this year or next year or after he graduates, just like a lot of other guys that we've had, the Lonnie Walkers, the Bruce Browns, the Isaiah Wong, who stayed all 4 years and was ACC Player of the Year. So I'll be talking to Keyshawn's mom and dad and to Keyshawn after the season, but right now he's just focused on, first of all, enjoying the University of Miami because he loves it here. He's getting a good education. He enjoys his teammates. He's a young man that, if he does turn pro, he's going to be, hanging out with guys 30 years old with children. So if I were him, I'd kind of hang in college for a couple more years.
Jim, Jeff Capel was saying that he's talked about Keyshawn a lot and said that defensively, he's really impressed with him defensively and even more in person than he had been on. Can you talk about his evolution so far just since he got here?
He was not a good defensive player in September. When we went to Europe and played in August, I thought, ooh, you guys got a lot of work to do. But since we turned the corner and came into 2024, since January, he's been terrific. We've had him guard point guards, we've had him guard bigger guys. He really is a smart basketball player, so his help defense is excellent. And, I'm really, really proud of him. But once you get to know him as a person, you understand he's very even keeled. That steady Eddie type. He's not emotional, way up, way down, or anything like that. And he just studies the game and tries to get better. And he knew defense and rebounding were going to be a big part of his development. And he's only scratching the surface, because once he gets a little stronger and a little faster, which will come with his physical maturity, he's going to be terrific.
Coach, can you talk about how the team just rebounded as a team? Yeah, they out-rebounded Pitt 41-37, and Pitt obviously is a much bigger team. Talk about their
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with the performance. We only had 8 turnovers. That's really a key for us. We defended well. They shot 37% overall and 30% from 3. And we out-rebounded them, I think, 41-37. So those numbers indicate winning, right? When you defend, when you rebound, when you don't turn the ball over, you're going to have a good chance for success.
Jim, overall, during the last week of January, how important, I know all the games are important, all the wins are important, but at this point in the season, to beat a team like Pitt, which had, beat Duke last weekend over there, and, a team that was doing very well, is doing very well, how important is it for your overall team resume heading into February to get this win and for momentum going forward?
Here's what I think, and I've said this over and over again. The regular season is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And there are times when runners in a marathon struggle, trying to get their second wind or trying to just keep up with the competition. In our case, one of the best things our players have done over the years is prepare, one game at a time. And in this particular month of January, we haven't had a whole team to prepare. So, yesterday we didn't have Matt Cleveland, didn't have him today. Against Syracuse, we didn't have Norcia. We didn't have Wooga for a couple of games. We didn't have Nigel for a couple of games. When that happens, it's hard to prepare the way you want to prepare. You don't even have enough guys to do it. We only have 11 scholarship players. So if 1 or 2 scholarship players are out, like has been the case, we only got 9 guys. We have to use walk-ons. So in this particular situation, I'm very, very happy that our guys continue to plug away and they haven't gotten discouraged. Today it would have been very easy without Matt Cleveland for guys to focus on him or look at Paul Jobé and say, why are we using a guy that hasn't even played in 20 games? But they didn't. They practiced well. Yeah, we only had 1 day to practice. And we did that. We got back from Notre Dame at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, who was right for me? So the game ended at 9. We got out of there, 10, and then the airlines, planes pilot said, no, we can't take off. The weather's not good. We didn't get out of there until after midnight. We got back into Miami airport about 3:30. I got home at 4. And I'm thinking about these kids are young and got plenty of energy, but 4 o'clock in the morning after playing a long game and then trying to prepare for the next opponent. So we just did a walkthrough, and that went well. And then yesterday we practiced, but without Matt. Now leading into North Carolina State, tomorrow is going to be the same. Even though we're not getting back at 4 o'clock in the morning, we got to do a walkthrough, get ready for them, and then have a good practice on Monday morning because we're traveling again. And hopefully we can have a good preparation on that day. Hopefully we get Matt back, and hopefully we play well in Raleigh.
Yeah, Coach, I want to riff off.
Are you a student?
Yeah, I'm a student.
What do you think of Michelle as a professor?
She's not my professor.
He's one of the ones who's not in my.
How come you're not in her class? She's like the best teacher at the university.
Sure she is. What class?
Journalism.
What class?
Sports reporting.
Oh, I hope I take that.
You'll take it.
But you are a student?
Yeah,
What year?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore?
Take
And
it
what
next-
class?
next
Why are
week.
you here? If you're not in Michelle's class, why are you?
I work for the Hurricane, our newspaper.
Oh, you work for the newspaper.
Yeah.
Are you writing some good articles?
Yeah. I try to keep this.
Not sure?
I think you guys look good.
Okay.
Anyway, I just want to ask, just mental preparation, because you guys have been in 2 weeks ago, Virginia Tech, you guys were in a close game. Syracuse last week, another close game. And I just want to know what you preach to the guys, maybe at practice or in timeout huddles, just about staying even keeled down the stretch.
Yeah, it's a very good question, so I compliment you as a sophomore in college coming up with a question like that, so it's nice. But here's, our game plans sometimes vary quite a bit, but a lot of times they're very, very similar, right? But from a offensive standpoint, the last message to our players for the last 40 years has been the same sentence. And it's poise down the stretch. Stay calm. Stay together. Play hard, play smart, play together. If you do that, things can work out. If you start arguing, if you get frustrated, mad with the refs, or mad with yourself or a teammate, or maybe even me, shouldn't be me, but it can be, they get mad. And what I tell them is, when you watch me on the sideline, I'm not screaming and yelling and cursing you guys out, because I think it's very important that I set the example of stay calm, right? So in that last time out, I met with my staff. There's 10 seconds to go, and I told the guys, look, we need one stop. That's all. We're going to switch the ball screen, execute the plan. Things will work out, and they did.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.